Good morning. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another edition of the Morning Breeze, man. Always rocking with you guys, as always, man. Outside of me, I got my guy, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, in the building.
That's right. Oh boy. Is this a stream for the first in the NFC Chicago Bears? Is that what this is? Is that what we're calling this stream? I think that's what we might be calling this stream. Because that is in fact what they are, ladies and gentlemen. First in the NFC, your Chicago Bears sit alone. Now, we got to have a conversation. Can the Bears actually go out here and win the NFC? Ain't gonna be a cakewalk. Some dogs over here. Got some dogs. Ain't gonna be a cakewalk. And then we got to talk about this team. Let's bring it back a little lower, a little smaller. Can they handle the NFC North as a whole? Ladies and gentlemen, the date is 12/1/2025, 7:02 in the morning. And it's December 1st, so you know what that means. We're going to be playing our best football. Oh, yeah. And Jordan JC is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Oh, I'm back.
What's going on, my guy? How you feeling?
Another meaty Monday, baby.
Is that what this is? Another meaty Monday, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
Oh, my God.
Number one.
Best football by December, baby.
Best football.
Starts today. Caleb Williams, 70% from here on out. Book it.
Hey. That's probably what it will be. We can't get any better than going 5-0 in the last 5 games.
Oh, I'm tingling. Ladies and gentlemen. Breeze Nation, what's good? It's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, in the building. Need y'all do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave the 5-star review if you're listening on the podcast side. Y'all know what to do.
Come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
You heard what she said.
Y'all heard what Sue Young said. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. JC, how you feeling this morning, man?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I mean, hey, should we have a part 2 of me taking my clothes off?
No, please don't. We
okay,
don't.
Because I got the zipper.
Sir, up. You keep that corner zipped, buddy.
All right.
You keep that corner zipped. Nobody wants to see that again.
I'm excited.
We are all terrified at what we saw.
Hey, if Big can do it, so can I. I'm not as in shape.
Ben's jacked.
I ain't gonna lie. He's in the gym.
I knew when they said, he had talked about he could lift 480 A to A, which is insane.
That's crazy.
It's insane. So you knew he was in good shape, and then like you see him take the shirt off, and you're like, "Oh, okay, all right."
He's ripped. He's got some definition there.
Okay. I see what's going on here. Hey man, appreciate y'all for rocking with us yet again for another edition of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Let's jump into this, JC, because I do think that yesterday is the beginning. With the Rams losing yesterday, the Chicago Bears find their way into the first overall seed in the NFC. And I think it opens up the conversation now, because coming off of beating the Philadelphia Eagles, there is a lot of different feeling around this team amongst the fan base. Now, the Bears still do come into Green Bay as a 6.5 point dog. There's still some question marks on, are you the best team in the NFC North? And we'll talk about that as well. But coming out of that Philly game, you're riding high. You feel great. You've got an opportunity. And the one thing that we haven't seen the Chicago Bears do this season is miss the opportunity. So when we ask the question, can this Bears team actually go out and win the NFC? Can this Bears team be one of the best teams in the NFC this season, finish the season with the bye? I look ahead at the schedule and I say, why not? I look ahead at the schedule and I say there's a conversation for it because the opportunity has been created here, and you don't need, listen, if the Bears can maintain the entire way, Baki tweeted this to us yesterday. I got to see if I can find it. Unfortunately, the effects of my newfound fame and fortune.
Whoa,
no, it's just a lot of people tweeting the hard N-word at me. But because of that, sometimes stuff gets pushed down a little further. Okay, this came from Sam Phelan. I'm gonna say Phelan. He said, note about the Bears, Rams, and NFC playoff picture. It is mathematically impossible for the Los Angeles Rams to get the tiebreaker over Chicago for playoff seeding. The tiebreaker is decided by conference record. Chicago is currently 6-2. Oh,
that's sexy.
6-2 against the NFC with 4 to go, and the Rams are 4-3 with 5 to go. In a world where these teams finish with the same regular season record, the Bears will always have the tiebreaker. So it doesn't mean that I think the Bears are going to go 5-0 over their next 5, although that would be meaty now. Now we're having a conversation. But what I do think is you've got a lot of opportunity created here if you are the Chicago Bears because of the fact that this window has been open to you. And as Ben said, you are playing right now some of the best football we've seen this team play in years.
In a very, very long time. I mean, look here, I go back to what you just said. I mean, if this team wants to be on their Derrick Rose as to, you know, why can't I be the
MVP?
Not me? Why not me? Why
can't I?
I mean, why? You know, so that's exactly where this team is, because no one, including me, as much as we talked about the predictions, I said, oh, this team is going to go 15-2, and you know, there's a world where they're going to dominate.
They might actually be sitting people the last week of the season.
Hey, I said for rest for the playoffs, that would be insane. But my thing is that you're here now, and now you control your fate. Now you have a chance to solidify yourself as number one. Like, you are in control. There's nobody else that can take you off of your throne other than yourself. And so it's about continuing to go 1-0 each and every week. I mentioned it before. I mentioned it yesterday. I love the way Caleb is approaching it, which is probably the same thing that the coaching staff is instilling in him and the 100%. Other teammates is go 1-0. Look at the game in front of you. Don't go ahead. Don't get crazy. Don't look too far ahead. Yeah,
breaking it down to go 1-0 every pass.
Every time. Oh, yeah, there you go. Let's go 1-0 every pass. Like,
that's literally what he was like. He was like, if I go 1-0 on this pass, we can win. What?
Exactly. Yeah. Let's just worry about the next first down. Just keep getting first downs, you know. So that's my thing is, yes, the Bears are in a position where I do believe they can really win the entire NFC. It's crazy to think that we're in that world now, but since the epic loss by the Rams to the Carolina Panthers, now we're in that world. And I think, of course, we also mentioned Seattle Seahawks, even though I can't remember what the results of the game were, to be honest with you, but that they
Seahawks,
also
I can't even say the word for what they did to the Vikings. That would get me taken off of YouTube.
Okay. So even though
there were so many turnovers, 26-0. I got to see how many turnovers happened in this game.
26-0.
Team stats. They turned the football over 5 times.
Lord have mercy. So that was the thing, is that Seattle didn't have a chance to move up in front of us, and so we really are just we're the captains of the ship. We control our own path, and so again, this is with the team still improving, still trying to figure out different aspects of their identity. We found our identity to an extent where we can rely heavily on the run game. We know we got 2 guys in the backfield that, along with this great offensive line that is just getting even more elite as the day goes by, we know that we can lean on that. We can lean on the takeaways. We know that there's going to be opportunities where this defense is going to be in a position where they're jumping routes. You can get some interceptions. You got Kevin Byard leading the league. You got Nahshon Wright coming into his own and making a name for himself.
Also leading the league.
Guys healthy. leading the league as well. Yeah, absolutely. You got Jalen Johnson coming back, and even in his short stint in the game, he held it down, and so he's going to get even better as time goes on. Kyler Gordon is back, and so again, it just feels like this is not even where the finished product is yet. Like we're ramping up at the best time of the year. We're ramping up at the best and the most important part of the season. And Ben Johnson, who apparently is a savant, because he mentioned all of these things way ahead of time. We're going to be playing our best football in December. He said that way back when. And we were like, yeah, okay, coach speak. We appreciate you trying to rah-rah the crowd and get everybody in the city on your side. No, this is actually happening. We've won the last 5 games, and now we're going into December, really going into probably what could be our best football for that month.
Yeah, and listen, dog, like you think about where we were literally 365 days ago today. Matt Eberflus is getting fired.
Oh boy, Flusy.
The Monday after, Matt Eberflus is getting fired.
Flus is Lucy. Yeah.
Matt Eberflus is being sent into the abyss.
Yeah.
I remember I'm like sitting at ESPN waiting because Danny was like, you and Shay are going to go on. I think I might have been going solo. I don't even know. He was like, we need somebody on just in case Flus gets fired. Then he comes on and does the press conference and we're like, okay, I guess he's not getting fired.
Not being gone, yeah.
That's interesting. We walk away, literally leave the studio like 20 minutes later. It was like, he's fired. It was like, what just happened? Like just the turnaround of a franchise in 365 days. I mean, it truly is to me one of the most impressive things that I have seen in Chicago sports. You have become a competent franchise. And the one thing that I'll say, getting back into the point of can the Bears win the NFC, you've become a franchise that takes every single week seriously, that understands where you're at. You are not at the point where you can say, we're good enough. We got them. We got the Packers this week. No, the Packers are good. They're a good football team. Are they as good as I think everybody's hyping them up to be? No. But you got a tough test this week. But you just handled a really, really tough test last week. And so a lot of people would say, oh, well, this is the kind of team where, like you just beat the Eagles. It's gotta like the calm has to set in here, right? There's gonna be a lull in their mentality because you just beat the best team, so I'm not worried about playing. No, that's not the mindset that Ben Johnson is coming with. That's not the ideals that Ben Johnson is coming with.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team that takes every single week seriously. And what I love about this, and we got to talk about the Philly aspect of this as well. We'll get into that here in a second, but like you went into Philly and beat them after they had just lost to the Cowboys and everybody was going, oh, they're going to be pissed off this week. You got a worse matchup. You got a tougher match. They're going to be upset. Ben Johnson, I don't give a rat if they upset.
They can get it too.
I don't give a master splinter backside if they upset. We going in there, we kicking butt. Like
split.
I don't give a master splinter backside. Like it's just a complete change of the culture. And we've been talking about this consistently. And I think it's time that we believe in the culture that's being built here. You know what I mean? I know Bears fans, listen, I get it. Fans want to go, let's take it 1-0. We've been here before. Well, we ain't been here before. But fans want to say, let's take it 1-0. We've done this. We've been here before. We've seen this blow up in our faces. No, this culture is real. Our culture in like quiet as it's kept, we all have fun in 2018. We knew it was the defense. Every part of this team has had to win. Offense, special teams, defense, coaching. Heck, fans in a couple of games where they just had to get that mother rocking. Like every part of this team, fans in the Philly game, but they turned against them. Every part of this team has had to win
quickly. Yeah.
In some aspect of the game. And I'll be honest with you, when we look back at last week, we gave a lot of credit to the Philadelphia Eagles. And maybe they didn't deserve over the Chicago Bears. There was a lot of that. Hey, we got a Super Bowl team here. This is who they are. And so I'm done doing that because this team is for real. I've been done doing that for a few weeks here, but like I feel like this Bears team has proven to you that we actually are what the stats say we are. We actually are a 9-3 team. We actually are. Point differential, man. Yeah, that was a big game week 2. We've been a completely different team since then. Look at those stats.
Yeah.
How do those stats match up? Oh, you lost to the Ravens. We don't lose the 2 birds in 1 year. You know what I mean? You give me a single bird. You don't give me a double bird.
No birds were killed over here. I'm just letting you know.
I don't know about that. You sure you didn't have some eagle over there?
No, didn't have any eagle.
As long as it's not bald eagle, it's not a felony.
No, don't want none of that mess.
Bald eagle's a felony. We had to see you.
I'm with you though on mentioning that it's funny how you can just kind of flip the script to 365 days ago, and again, I think that's why I think we have a chance to stay where we are as far as at the top of the NFC. Now, if we kind of fall back a little bit, it's understandable. I still think that, Ben Johnson as a coach still has certain things and aspects of the game that he has to continue to improve upon. He said as much, that there are certain plays where he feels like, I need to just not worry about the pass. I need to just continue to engage in the run game when it's working. And that's on me. He said as much in his last press conference. And so there's moments where even Ben Johnson feels like he can improve. And that's why I trust this process so much. That's why I trust that we can continuously go 1-0 every week, is because you have a coach who is just a mad scientist at getting it right. It's not about him. He's taking himself and his ego out of the picture and saying, what can I do to make this team 1-0 each and every week? What can I do to make sure that we're in a position to succeed each and every week, whether it's the former Super Bowl champs or it's the worst team in the league? It doesn't matter who's on our schedule. We're going to figure out a way to dominate them. And I have to come up with that different game plan. It's not going to be the Be Me and the Nagys and the Eberfluses of the world where, you're ignoring whether it's time management or ignoring the fact that, hey, this part of the game is actually working. Why am I going away from it? No, you have an intelligent coach that sets his team up to win each and every week. And that's why I'm confident that we can keep that number 1 seed.
Yeah, man. Very excited. Hopefully this is a continuation. Listen, you can't do it without winning this week. I want to talk about, of course, this Philly game and react to that. But we do got to talk about this upcoming week because it is Packer week. I need FGBs in the chat.
FGB, please.
I need FGBs all in the chat. Keep your shirt on, JC. No.
All right.
What's that baby oil doing back there? Hey, we got to take a quick break. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to show love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Just perch precariously like a Diddy. A Diddy cellmate. You know what I mean? Just so concerning. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to listen to a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back right after this.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aura. Have you ever done a Google search on your own name? You'd be surprised what pops up. Your full name, email address, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all out there. And that's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests just for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use that information to help them access my social media, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really simple to set up. I don't have to download several apps or go to things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, but you can get all of that in one place with Aura. I get everything at one affordable price as well. You may already have one or two of these tools, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked while leaving the back door and windows wide open. For you to be able to take advantage of Aura, we got a special deal for you here today. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to my sponsor at https://aura.com/the Windy City. Again, that is aura.com/the Windy City to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is being sold. Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, we got merch. That's right. new website, new merch, all out. We've been telling you guys to pull up on us. Now you can at twcbreeze.com, where you can find out all of the latest stuff going on. What all can they find there, Super Producer?
Listen, you can join the nation, sign up to our mailing list, and be up to date for events and news. You can also visit the shop page and order merch, because we have t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got mugs, we got hats, we got all kind of stuff. So, hey, we appreciate you being tuned in with us. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube page and follow us on all our socials. Check us out at twcbreeze.com.
He's way too excited.
I am.
Welcome back. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. I don't know if you saw this, Jordan JC, but
what do we got?
The Hard Knocks in-season episodes come out in a couple of days featuring the NFC East.
Oh.
Every single team the Chicago Bears have beaten.
All right now.
Might have to tap into that.
Okay.
Might have to tap in with that. That might be a little interesting to watch.
I'm down.
Just every episode, just like, and the Bears win. Dang it.
Bears.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Oh, yeah. I know The Office. I'm of culture. Steve-O said JC got to explain that Diddy evidence.
Hey, man. I don't know what you're talking about, Steve-O.
Oh, a little Diddy juice in the back. You got a little Diddy juice there?
Nope, none of that. Nope.
Let's talk about this Philly game. Let's talk about this Philly game, Jordan JC, because I thought this game was everything as a Bears fan that we had hoped for. And it gives, I think it's given Bears fans the confidence that I've probably had probably for 4 weeks at this point. And y'all saw me last week saying the Bears, have the coaching advantage over Nick Sirianni, and Shea losing his mind. Oh, what are you paid? You can't say that. He's been on Super Bowl. I mean, I don't care. He's got the coaching advantage over Nick Sirianni. Here's the number one thing that I take away from that game. I thought that Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen coached circles around Nick Sirianni, Kevin Patullo, and
Vic Fangio.
Vic Fangio.
That's a crazy one right there.
Every single, I mean, if you want to talk about what he did to Vic Fangio, I don't know if you're as much of a fan of Top as I am there, Jordan JC, but I'm talking about time of possession there, my guy.
Oh, okay.
Jordan, I'm talking about
you.
I'm talking about time of possession, Jordan.
You got to put the periods in between.
Top. It's an abbreviation. It's like, FGB. We know what it means, but nobody says for good.
It's got to be T.O.T.
No, I'm a fan of Top.
Okay,
time of possession. Just about almost double, just under doubling them. 39-18 to 20-42. They could not get the ball back from you. They could not remain on the field. Dennis Allen with still no linebacker. I don't think we're talking enough about this. This is ridiculous. He had no linebacker. DeMarco Jackson and Aben Agbangbaniga.
DeMarco.
Let's go. Dominating the middle of the field. Oh, by the way, they attacked it. They tried to get the football there.
Yeah. Didn't work.
It's not like Pittsburgh where they were like, we're not going to attack them. No, they tried to. Your players were prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
They coached circles around that coaching staff. And on top of that, you dominated the trenches. I could have cried. I don't know if you saw me on Fox tonight. I said we got bookend tackles about 10 times.
Yeah, you said since 10 years old you haven't seen that,
bro. I think I was. Let's see, 2006.
It was about
probably 2005. We got Fred
ago.
Miller and Ruben Brown in 2005 or 4. Okay. So I might have been 9 or 10. Like, bro, I've never experienced bookend tackle. I had Jamarcus Webb standing on the left side. Jay Cutler ready to punch him in the face.
Ooh-wee.
I went through Gabe Karimi on the left side. I had Mr. In My Braxton Jones on the left side. Honestly, Braxton Jones was a Hall of Famer compared to the other two.
He had Jay Leno Jr. on there.
I had a little, what was his name? What was his actual name? Jay Leno Jr.
Charles Leno Jr.
Charles Leno Jr. I had Charles Leno Jr. over there.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like we've had so much. Theo Benedict was a godsend compared to them. And oh, by the way, Ozzy Trapillo's even better.
Yeah, I was about to say he might have solidified as well.
I left this Philly game feeling so good about the coaching and so good about the trenches. I mean, it was absolutely a thing of beauty, and you dominated, and it has me feeling confident heading into the rest of this season, because if you've got coaching and you got the trenches, you can get through a lot. Like, quiet as it's kept, Muzz is sitting there, how the Panthers winning these games? That's correct. They have good trenches.
Yeah.
Offensive and defensive line is really talented over there.
No, I'm right there with you. And it'll sound like a broken record because it has been true now for quite some time now. Coaching matters. When you have the pedigree and the level and the standard is changed in that locker room and in the organization of who you've brought in here to lead this team, from Ben Johnson to Al Harris to Eric Bieniemy to, Antoine Randall, Dan Richard, Declan Doyle, even we've been, in a sense, what's the right word, shall I say? We've been spoiled because, and rightfully so, we should be spoiled because we've been dealing with a lot of other different versions of staffs that have become spoiled milk in a sense. And so it's really been a breath of fresh air to know that every week you're winning because the coaching matters. And it proved itself in the Eagles game because, as you mentioned, I agree, they ran circles around them. I was interested to see how the half game adjustments would be. Because I even go back to the Speakeasy podcast. That was one of the things that Emmanuel Acho mentioned, is that you think about what if they meet each other in the playoffs again. They said, oh, well, Philadelphia will be ready for them because they'll make adjustments. Well, why is it that they didn't make adjustments at halftime? When the second half started, you didn't see anything necessarily different with how the Bears attacked them. The only time that they scored, I want to say easily, is when the game was technically already over. And you kind of have that prevent, that bend not break defense where you allow them to kind of get the under throws and things of that nature to get down the field. And that's when A.J. Brown got his second touchdown. And so for me, I'm looking at this team as we're for real. We've been for real, but now we've proven it. And you can sit here and make an excuse to say, well, Philadelphia, they're kind of chaotic. They're all over the place. They really don't like playing with each other. Jalen Hurts, they have a very mid type of offense.
Hey, they won a Super Bowl that way, though.
They won a Super Bowl the exact same way, playing that way. You stop Saquon Barkley. He only had 56 yards. You literally, as you mentioned yesterday, you out-Phillied Philly. And so for us, even the tush push, that was the most epic part of the game. I believe that honestly was one of the biggest momentum changers, is when you got that ball taken away from you, I believe from Jalix Hunt, intercepted the ball, and then you got it right back when they had all of the momentum in the world. You found a way again to make the play at the right time with Deshaun Wright. Even though he got burned by A.J. Brown, he finds a way to make up for it, got the strip off of Jalen Hurts. And so that's what this team is about, is that they do things, they make winning plays at the right time. And that's something that is permeating throughout the entire team, whether it's Caleb one moment, somebody on the defense the other moment. It's just constantly winning plays that's winning you the game. And so that's why I have confidence that this proves, without a shadow of a doubt, that we are one of the for real teams in the NFC.
Hey man, if you feel like the Bears can go out there and dominate, hit that like button, drop a bear down in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. I look at that Philly game as a statement game for what the rest of this season should be, because it's what you're going to need to do to win these games. The one thing is that I keep saying it. I don't think Green Bay is as good as everybody believes that they are. I think that they have had some up games that have been really high, and I think they've had some games that have brought them back down to earth. But I do think that their trenches are solid, and especially that defensive line. That defensive line is dominant. So you got to win the trenches, and it feels like you're going into a game where you can. It feels like you're going into the rest of this season. You got to win the trenches. You're not going to beat Myles Garrett. That's a different one, right? Like that's.
There is that.
Yeah, I mean, we would talk about, how do you beat Michael Parsons? Run the football right at him. You run away from Myles Garrett. You don't attack Myles Garrett. You leave him alone. Let him stay over there. Try to keep Caleb alive. Yeah. But I think you look at the rest of this season. You got the Packers again. You've got the Lions again. You've got the 49ers again. You're going to need to win in the trenches. And not to say that you're not going to need, that the coaching isn't important, not to say that the play of the guys on the outside isn't important, but I think it creates all of that opportunity. How do you beat Green Bay? You run the football well against them. You just saw them run the football against a Philly team who their run defense a little bit lower. A lot lower. I think their run defense ranked in the 20s, but blowing that defensive line off of the ball the way that you did, that's how you beat teams the rest of the way. I don't need Caleb to be a 5,000-yard passer this season if I can run the football like that.
Yeah.
And I think that is the formula that you saw unlocked in Philly. And Ben Johnson said, we don't know what the identity of this team is going to be. We now know. And it's the same idea. I'll be honest with you, JC. And maybe this is taking it too far.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe this is taking it too far.
All right, come on with it.
It's the exact same identity you went to the Super Bowl with.
Don't fix what ain't broke.
Defense that's taking the football away. Oh, you can't keep taking the football away, but we did.
Mm-hmm.
Defense that is now creating pressure. Austin Booker, brother, getting to that quarterback. Playing well, playing better in the run. I'm not going to say well yet, but playing much better in the run. Setting an edge. Montez Sweat dominating right now. Javon Dexter, welcome back. Like a defense that is improving. Oh, by the way, Jalen Johnson's back. Kyler Gordon's back. How'd that look? Look good to me. Now we can handle the pass game as well. Like there's so much about it that I look at and I'm just like, I feel when I watch the Bears, you feel like they are the better team in situations. And the one thing that we sit there and go, oh, well, they're not that team is because they're the Bears, because of the history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a reputation.
And I look at this team's identity and I go, it's the same type of team that you went to a Super Bowl with. It's the same principles, I should say, not the same level of talent, but the same principles you went to a Super Bowl with.
Would you say that this team in certain areas are even more improved than the team that went to the Super Bowl? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say they're the better defense. I know that defense was special that went to the Super Bowl. But even on the offensive side, even the coaching staff, are there certain positives that we already have an advantage on looking back to that time where we made it all the way?
I would say you have a better quarterback. That's the one thing that I would say.
The Rex, yeah.
You have a quarterback that can be competent in the moments that matter most, and I think you have a quarterback who the one thing that Rex had that was different here is Rex wouldn't run. Like I think if Rex ran, we win that Super Bowl. Caleb will run.
Yeah,
Caleb will do whatever it takes to win a game.
Yeah.
Outside of that, though, like I can't sit here and say you have advantages. I don't think you have a Thomas Jones on this team. I don't think you have an Olin Kreutz on this team just yet.
Okay.
I really like Drew Dolman, but I don't think you have an Olin Kreutz on this team.
He's not Olin. You're right. Coaching staff, though.
I think that you have an elite coaching staff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think that you have a defense that everybody all year. I just remember this as a kid. Everybody all year with the Bears kept saying, they can't keep taking the football away like this. They're not going to be this good. This is not who the Bears are. They can't keep. And then, like, by the end of the year, they were like, hey, I guess they could keep taking the football away like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell
what do
you.
You know? What do you know?
And I'm not saying that the Bears are going to the Super Bowl this season. What I'm saying is how this Bears identity has played out this year is very similar to what we've seen be successful in this city for years. Oh, by the way, you got a quarterback that actually can get the football where it needs to go. You got a quarterback that you can count on in the most clutch moments of the season to go down there and get the job done. That to me is not same old Bears in that conversation. We had a super chat come in from 666 said, if the Bears beat Green Bay next week, what's the excuse going to be since it's illegal for the media to say anything negative about Green Bay? Bear the F down. Listen, if the Bears, I think there's a lot less excuses right now. I think that the odds makers are still not believers that the Bears are real. And that could play a part into it. I mean, Vegas not a big believer in the Bears as of yet because there are numbers that don't make sense. But I don't think that you're in a situation where there's much negative you could say. You just beat the Super Bowl champions. There's nothing you could take away. You just beat one of the best defenses in football and destroyed them. Yeah. There's no negatives you could take away from it.
Look, I believe that there are certain defensive metrics that aren't in the Bears' favor. I know we do rank close to the bottom of the league in certain aspects when it comes to our defense. But again, you have to keep in mind the fact of the matter is we've been playing hurt and with a lot of second, third string DBs, linebackers at this point on our team. And again, the defensive line has gotten to the point where they've improved gradually throughout the year, where Montez Sweat is now making an impact. You mentioned, the revival of Javon Dexter. Grady Jarrett has made an impact at times. Billings is still clogging up the middle. Austin Booker is now being utilized, which I wish he would have been utilized way more earlier. I don't know what Dennis Allen didn't see, but obviously I know Dio Dangbo had to get that shot first. But now you have a guy that creates a lot of pressure. And so I think the stats and the metrics will continue to improve. And that's why going into this week, I believe we have a real chance at beating these guys in their stadium again, just like we did last year, even though I think we'll do it even more convincingly than on a last-second field goal because you have all of the improvements. You have the better coaching staff. You have a running game that can travel no matter where you go, on the road or at home. And I think that's the task that's going to be against the Green Bay is trying to wear them out. Do the same things you did against Philadelphia with their great defense. Time of possession, or top as you'd like to call it. Get a lot of top going. Top them off. Top them off early and often.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Is that what?
I didn't say that.
I'm sorry. You did.
I just said I enjoyed time of possession. That's what it's called.
Time of possession. Yeah. Make sure that you control
what
that.
What are you talking about?
make sure
talking about juice again, or I'm uncomfortable.
You just got to make sure that you do the exact same thing. Like the blueprint is there for you to continuously win, and again, go 1-0. So lean heavily on DeAndre Swift and Calvin Guy. Make Micah Parsons, go all over the field and be the guy that he's supposed to be. Try and get these guys off the heels. The run schemes that they were talking about, that kind of how did they explain it? Because it was a lot of different points from the podcast that I kind of remember where they were saying that the reason why they really took advantage of Philly is because Philly's linebackers have been taught to really go fast at attacking whatever direction they think the play is going in.
Yeah.
And so when you run those fakes and I can't remember the way the name of the play where it's basically a trick and you got Cole Kmet going past, on an audible, and then you think he's going to hit the C gap, but then he comes back to the A. And now it's a wide open lane. It's the size of a truck in right there for DeAndre Swift to go through or Calvin Guy to go through. Now you got the defense off kilter. Do those same things, try to misdirect the defense. And I think you can do that with a younger, I won't say inexperienced Green Bay because they're very good as well. But I think that the fact that you did this to Philly, I think you can do the exact same thing to this team.
Well, I think what you do is you have confidence going into this game of who you are now, and now you go up against a team that I think you can apply some key things that you used in Philly too. You mentioned the run game. I look at that as a key there. And the one thing I noticed when the Bears play a team, everybody brings up all the stats for the other team, right? Philly, I think Green Bay right now, per PFF, Green Bay, 5th best defense in football, 6th best offense in football, and 24th ranked special teams. Not taking nothing away from them. But I also got a Chicago Bears team that comes with the 10th best offense in football. I got a Chicago Bears team that is probably coming with, at this point, I think you could say in this season, a top 3 offensive line in football.
Oh, yeah. I'm booking that.
Like you have built one of the best offensive lines in football that has been able to handle defenses handily over the last couple of weeks. And I think you've gone up against just about every elite pass rusher the league has had to offer, and you've been able to go out there and dominate. You know what I mean? That's truly what makes the biggest difference. Now, what the Bears defense is at ranking wise is not great. They rank 26th in football. What I will say is this: they have not played that way the last 5 weeks. There's a lot of bad that happened early on in this season where you were like, ugh. But they have not played that way the last 5 weeks. They are susceptible to big plays. They are susceptible to the deep pass downfield. That also was before Nashawn Wright was essentially Jalen Johnson's backup.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Johnson is back now. Kyler Gordon is back on the field now. You got Nashawn Wright playing opposite those guys. So now he's your number 2 DB. Like, you literally look at all of these things, and I get it. You point out everything about the other teams and why they're good. And I look at the Bears and I say, yeah, but we host a better offensive line. I think you've got a defensive line that's figuring it out. I think that DB group is back to being one of the best DB groups in football, especially with how they've taken the football away. And you're going up against a team with the Green Bay Packers that has a quarterback that's good for an untimely turnover. And you're going up against a team that has Micah Parsons, who, yes, he can get after the quarterback, but he is not great against the run. And you just showed that you can go out there and run the football in a dominant fashion. I don't think this is going to be a blowout like you say, but I do think that this is a show of dominance for the Chicago Bears this week. And a show of dominance in the NFC North overall. I think that's the big thing for me. It's not about did you beat Green Bay by 30? You can beat Green Bay by 1. But if you go into this game in Lambeau and you beat Green Bay, you are letting the NFC North know y'all ain't the favorite no more. Y'all not the big dogs no more. We back. And we back in a major way.
It's funny how, this is even my last point, it's funny how we were clamoring for a Bears team and specifically a Bears offense that looked a certain way. And I'm not going to say that it's not going to get to that point because Caleb Williams has all of the arm talent and the skill set to be a top passer in this league. Ben Johnson obviously is an offensive genius and knows how to get the pass game going eventually, right? We've seen it where if this pass was just on point, or if the pass to Roma Dunze didn't get affected by the wind, he'd have had another touchdown versus Philly. Or if the passes where you even mentioned Luther Burden and DJ Moore fell down on a perfect throw from Caleb. Like, those are moments where it's like you just get those couple of things, it would look even more elite on this offense. My thing is the fact that we're relying on the old school version of what the Bears are always winning with, the run game, and their defense is fine with me. Sure, I want us to pass heavy and put 45 points on the board, and Caleb is throwing 40 times. I think that time may or will come later on. May not even be this year. But the fact that we found a way to win still, and it works, and it's something that, again, like I said, can carry over even to the worst, the harsh environments of, being in the winter. Come time where teams are going to have to play us outside and possibly at our stadium. That run game is going to be elite. You saw how the wind affected the ball versus Philly. Well, imagine how that's going to be in the coming months where it gets colder and colder during the playoffs. That's something that could be to our advantage because we've already figured out a part of our offense that works time and time again because of the protection and the run game going hand in hand, marrying each other perfectly. And so I think, again, it's going to be epic the way this team has continued to evolve and get better over time, and I don't think it's going to stop.
No, I think that this is a great measuring stick. You know what I mean? Like, you can't win the NFC if you're not going to win the NFC North.
Yeah.
You just can't. You can't win the NFC if you're not going to win the NFC North. And what I love about this is you're not at a point where your quarterback has to win the game for you. You're at a point where your team as a whole can go out there and dominate the game.
Bang, bang. Yep.
You know what I mean? It's not just Caleb Williams has to go out there and throw the perfect ball. Caleb Williams didn't throw a perfect ball to the last pass of the game.
Yeah,
that was the perfect ball.
That was nice.
Now, again, the wind conditions play into that. I think it was weird, bro. Like I said in that Philly game, like, There was the moment I knew the wind was going to get bad, there was a pass. Jalen Hurts was throwing it out of bounds, and it was just going. And then it's like it hit the wind, and the ball just went boop. I said, what the heck was that? Is it a net over there? And J-Mac was like, no, it was the wind, bro. Like, the wind was that crazy. 35-mile-an-hour winds whipping down. So it was crazy, bro. That was crazy, bro. So, like, but even that, like, those are the small things, right? Ben Johnson did something in that game. And again, confidence in your coaching staff. It's not just the players on the field. I have confidence, yet again, that the Bears come into this game with the coaching advantage. I've seen Ben Johnson beat Matt LaFleur. A lot, actually. A lot.
He said it, too. That's another thing he said.
I've seen Ben Johnson beat Matt LaFleur. And what I love about this week is they're going to take the rivalry serious.
Mm-hmm. And
so because of that, I think that you come to war with a different mindset, right? Like Matt Eberflus and Matt Nagy did not take this rivalry serious. Like they were like, oh, we know we got to beat the Packers, like, and then they would be like, but it's just another week. We're not focused on the Packers. We're focused on winning the game. Ben Johnson about to be like, yeah, y'all about to die this week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember all that physicality that we had versus the Eagles? I'm gonna need double that. I'm gonna need double that.
Everybody's just gonna be laid out on the ground.
By the way, remember during training camp when the Dolphins came to town and we're crying about how physical the Bears were. Then we got called fake physical. We're a fake physical team. Hey, your mama. But no, your mama's fake physical.
How you like that?
That physical one time, and your trash self popped out. But no, I think the biggest thing heading into this game is, yet again, I look at, I thought Ben Johnson's decision to kick the ball off in the beginning and take the direction puts the wind at Caleb's back for that final pass. You don't have to put your entire body into it. You just got to let the ball go and let the wind take it. Like there's so many small nuanced decisions that, to me, I look at and say, okay, this is a great opportunity for you to take advantage of. This is a great opportunity because Ben Johnson did this, and this throughout the game. Now you can take advantage of this if you make the play. So I'm excited about it, man. To me, I love
fun times.
What this week is about to be. Again, FGB's all up in the chat.
FGB, baby.
A bunch of FGBs. By the way, we are, I know it's an early show, but we are over 100 in our chat. Over 200 in our chat. Over 300 in our chat.
Okay, all right.
300.
Yes,
300.
Appreciate you all, man. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, man, we gonna get up out of here. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Let us know how you guys feel about what we've seen out of the Chicago Bears. Do you think the Bears can win the NFC? Do you think the Bears win the NFC North? I think this week is going to be very, very telling for all of that. Shout out to you guys for tuning in and showing love. As always, y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. For Mr. Media, it's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Bet out. One love.
Yep.
Peace.
Did you steal that hat?
Yeah, kind of. Was supposed to give it away. It was for an alcohol brand that was supporting us that I think things got a little dark.
Oh boy. All right.